Your first fighter, stepping into the cage and fighting out of the blue corner, Tony Riordan!
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to FCC7. I'm Brad 48 Wharton, joined here in the commentary booth by Iron Jez Cook. And Jez, we have got a pretty exciting fight coming up next here in the welterweight division. From Manchester Predators, it's Tony Morgan taking on Conor Riordan from Team Monkey, and the first man to the cage is Tony Morgan, heading for the blue corner. Jez, why don't you tell us a little bit about Manchester Predators, Tony Morgan?
Yeah, he came in yesterday, made his way very easy. Came in at 77.2 kgs, easy cut for him, and he was very happy, very relaxed, taking it all in his stride. He last fought in June, but this is his very first time here at FCC, and he was really enthusiastic about that opportunity. He won the last two of his fights by submission, the other two before that by TKO. So proves himself, and as he talked to me, felt he was a very all-round, well-groomed fighter. He has got a background in boxing. He spent 4 years before he made the switch to MMA, and he's now been training MMA full-time for 2 years. So from the sense of things, I would expect him to keep this fight on the feet, but if it goes to the mat, I'm sure he's going to be happy having those two submission victories under his belt. He's been on an 8-week training camp, twice a day, as I say, mixing it all up, MMA, BJJ, Muay Thai. This guy's bringing it. He's got a 4-0 record, and I'm really excited to see him here at FCC7.
Absolutely, Jez. He's training out of the same camp as our main event fighter tonight, Brendan Lockname. So we know that Tony Morgan's going to be well prepared. And obviously his opponent, Conor Riordan, coming out of Team Monkey, will be equally ready for this fight. We could very, very much have another fight of the night contender on our hands here, Jez.
Yeah, we've already get my words out. We have already been treated to some excellent exchanges, and this one promises to follow in a similar vein.
And his opponent, stepping into the cage and fighting out of the red corner, Conor Riordan!
So Conor Riordan, the next fighter out, and the member of Team Monkey MMA Academy, is the third fighter here at FCC, trained under Aussie, which is formerly the Manchester MMA studio. Now we last saw Conor at our previous event, FCC6. He had an impressive win over Eddie Fitz, won by an armbar in the first round. And he's very, very comfortable on the floor, but he said he's been training hard on his feet and keen to have an exchange here. He won a kickboxing tournament at the end of last year, so yeah, he has some ability there. He's a hot prospect in this welterweight division, but has an extremely tough opponent ahead of him. He's very relaxed in the weigh-ins. It doesn't come across as a fighter who has only one fight under his belt, that's for sure. But yeah. This is going to be a very tasty matchup between these two guys. An excellent fight put on by our promoter, Mr. Adam Tay.
Ladies and gentlemen, now for the official introduction. The fighter fighting out of the blue corner, weighing in at 77.2. He's at 25, stands at 6'1". He fights out of Manchester Predators and hails from Clayton, Manchester, Tony, the Clayton Park Strangler Morgan! And his opponent fighting out of the red corner, weighing in at 77.4. He's 18, stands at 6'1". He fights out of Team Monkey MMA and hails from Manchester, Conor Riordan! Your referee, Mr. Dean Williams.
This welterweight bout is sponsored by MG Legal Solutions, providing a more personal service. You can visit them at their website, www.mglegalsolutions.co.uk.
And as referee Dean Weir starts this welterweight bout, we see Tony Morgan in the black bad boy tie shorts and Conor Riordan in the black compression trunks. Riordan with a nice left over the top there as Morgan came in with a jab. And these two seem content to duke it out on the feet at the start of this three-minute round contest. Riordan throwing a right down the pipe.
Yeah, you can see that spring step with Tony's, that boxing experience is going to come into play here.
Yeah, some nice footwork there from Tony Morgan. And there's a huge takedown from Conor Riordan, dumping Tony Morgan on the back of his head. Looking to establish mount, doesn't get it. Trying to get on the back of Morgan against the cage. Morgan back to his feet, and Riordan with a suplex. Takes his man down, and again searches for that back position, Jez.
Yeah, well, that takedown is going to be on the highlight reel. Impressive stuff for him, but Tony seems to be unfazed here. He seems to have, it didn't really cause too much damage to Morgan, but yeah, Riordan now trying to stamp some more authority here, touching his chains, putting a nice knee in there.
Nice punch to the body from the clinch there from Tony Morgan as Conor Riordan presses his man back against the fence, looking to establish control. And they are really jockeying for position here, Jez. Both men trying to work those underhooks and establish dominance in the clinch. Nice knee up the middle there from Conor Riordan, staying active, perhaps looking to switch for a trip here. Didn't get it, and they're back on their feet in the centre of the cage.
Yeah, telegraphs that. Tony Morgan just shrugs him off, and I think Morgan will be happy to be in this position again, working with that left jab.
Oh, and that takedown came from about 3 miles away, and Tony Morgan shrugs it off and lands a nice right hand.
But he's kept hold of that ankle, he's picked it up, lost it now, but had an opportunity there for another takedown. Incredibly
telegraphed takedown there from Riordan. He's really going to have to think about those. I'm sure his corner will be giving him a little bit of advice, put a little bit of snap into those things, or attempt them when you're a little bit closer. It's too much distance to cover. And he was caught by he was caught by Tony Morgan on the way in.
Yeah, well, Morgan's got a lot of experience with the boxing, and I think Conor's seen that.
Oh, and there's a huge left hand from Morgan that dropped Riordan. And another. Riordan barely in this fight still, taking some big shots. Oh, and he is out. He is out there. Surely the referee stops the fight. Huge shots there, and Conor Riordan protested that stoppage, but that was the finest stoppages we'll ever see in MMA.
Yeah, just to my words as well. Didn't see that one coming, and yeah, he's still wobbly on his feet, struggling to compose himself, and yeah, Tony Morgan, an impressive display, great hands there, and caught him out of nowhere.
And you'll see exactly why we said that was a great stoppage. Conor Riordan protested that, but as he stood back to his feet with his corner man there on the other side of the cage, his legs were wobbling, he didn't know where he was off balance. Fantastic stoppage there from referee Dean Weir.
Yeah, an impressive performance. Our first time we've seen Tony Morgan. I'm sure we're going to see him again soon here at Full Contact Contender. He moves to 5-0.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, after 2 minutes, 32 seconds of the first round by way of a technical knockout, your winner, Tony, the Clayton Park Strangler Morgan! Please show your appreciation for Conor Riordan.